pastimes of Srimati Radharani. So first I thought I would read something about caution approaching these high topics which we really kind of understand from this mundane plane. It's from Srila Maharaj and Golden Volcano, Divine Love. The kind of separation is called prabhasa. There are two types of prabhasa. One is when the separation is for a limited time. Another is when one has left the country for a far-off place, as when Krishna went to Mathura to attend to other duties. These are the four types of separation pangs between lover and beloved. Of course, these transcendental topics are very high, and we should not indulge in them carelessly. For if we project mundane characteristics into the higher plane, our future realization will be harmed. Our mundane experience will tend to take us down, so we must proceed with caution. What we conceive of at present is not to be found in the plane of Krishna's pastimes. It is a far higher plane of existence than the realm of our experience. Our vision is adulterated. We have only an alloyed conception of the original thing. That means it's mixed in with our own mundane feelings and emotions. And we are full of kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. So we have to be very cautious. To continue, we must keep this in mind, and with this caution we may deal with these things. It is safer to deal with the topics of the separation between Radha and Govinda than with their union. Of course, we must understand that the pain of separation experienced by Radha and Govinda has nothing to do with this plane. And so with this caution, we may talk to some extent about separation, but it will be extremely dangerous for us to discuss or think of when Radha and Govinda and their intimate friends are combined, enjoying each other's company. Because if we deal with the pastimes of Radha and Krishna with any mundane conception, Jai Srila Bhakti Nilmaracharya Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, Jai. Because if we deal with the pastimes of Radha and Krishna with any mundane conception, we will create a great offence. So to conceive of the union of Radha and Govinda is more dangerous than cultivating feelings of separation, as Mahaprabhu has shown by his example. In separation from Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is thinking, I can't tolerate even my own life without Krishna. Without his grace, without his company, I cannot maintain my undesirable existence. This kind of mood helps us, but still we should not imitate it. Rather, we must respectfully accept it as our highest ideal. This will help us brush aside our filthy and unwanted habits and arthas. If some tears come, however, we should not think that we have realized the highest stage. That sort of thinking should be avoided. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself says, I don't have a drop of divine love within me. For otherwise, how could I maintain my mundane life? In other words, is he saying, I'm in this mundane world, therefore I don't have any divine love, otherwise I'd leave this world immediately and go to the transcendental plane. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas so that the residents of Navadvip would be drawn into his stage of separation through affection's force. His old mother, Shachi Devi, was crying hopelessly. His young wife, Vishnupriya Devi, was helplessly passing her days. Mahaprabhu took sannyas to create excitement, piercing into the hearts of the people with divine love that he came to give. They thought, who was Nimai Pandit? What great benefit did he come to give us? That he left everything made them sympathetic towards him. For all these reasons, the Lord went to take sannyas. So you see, even Mahaprabhu himself is demonstrating caution in revealing these pastimes. Actually, they're only for the higher devotees, realized devotees, who've had a realization. And we can know something of the pastimes, descriptive nature of the pastimes, but not the particular details. So I'm going to read from a talk, transcription of a talk given by Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Raj. In 2013, I think he made this. No, he didn't. It was published in 2013 on the Gaudiya Darshan website. So he says, today is the appearance of Srimati Radharani, who manifested as the daughter of Maharaj Vrishabhanu. I recall a verse I learned when I started studying poetry as a boy. Bhagatav Iva Samprikato Bhagata Pratipataye Jagata Pitaro Vande Parvati Parmeshvaro. It's from the Raga Vamsa of Kalidas. He learned this as a young boy. To understand speech and its meaning, I worship the Supreme Lord and his consort, the parents of the world, who are united like speech and its meaning. As speech and meaning are united, so Radha Krishna are united. One cannot be separated from the other. Why? Shakti, Shakti Matayo Abhedaha. Power and the powerful are inseparable. This teaching is seen through the Vedanta Darshan and the Upanishads. The fundamental nature of the Lord is that he is Shashakti, Shaktiman, the all-powerful with his power. When that Bhagavan, literally possessor of power, is spoken, then the Lord's power cannot be separated from him. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written, Vijara Pare Shuddha Paravyoma Dham Taduparishi Gokula Vrindaranya Nam. Beyond Viraj, the river that divides the material and spiritual worlds, is Parovya Dham, the spiritual sky, and beyond that is Sri Gokul Vrindavan, the Lord's eternal residence. We are residing in a Brahmanda, that is, a universe made up of 14 worlds, 7 lower planes and 7 upper planes known as Bhu, Bhuva, Sva, Maha, Jana, Tapa and Satya. Innumerable such Brahmanandas float in the waters of the Viraja river. Beyond the Viraja river, the highest plane within the spiritual Pariyovadam is Sri Gokul Vrindavan. Vrindavan Chintamani, Chidananda Ratnakani, Chinmaya Apurva Darshana. The land of Vrindavan is made of wish-fulfilling gems. It is a mine of joyful spiritual gems. The spiritual abode of Vrindavan is thus an extraordinary sight. What is that abode like? Those who have read Brahma Samhita know this verse, which describes that abode herein. Chintamani prakara sadmashu kalpa vriksha Lakshvite susurabi abhi palayantam Lakshmi sahasra shata samrama sevyamanam Govindam adi purushang Tangahang bhajami. That abode is beautified by homes made of spiritual gems, millions of wish-fulfilling trees, and herds of cows. All of these opulences eagerly await to serve and fulfill the desires of their beloved Lord. The original Lord, Govinda, who is filled with inconceivable qualities, resides in this abode beyond Parivoma Dham. There is a full description of Goloka Vrindavan in Brahma Samhita. Shriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpatraravo Druma Bhumish Chintamani Gana Mai Toyam Amritam Kata Ganam Natyam Gamanam Vapi Vangshi Priyasaki Chidanandam Jyotihi Param Api Tad Asvadyam Apicha Sayatra Kshirhabdibhi Shravati Shurabi Yashcha Sumahan. Nimisha Darakyo Vavrajati Nahi Yatrapi Samyaha. Bhaje Shvetadvipam Tam Ham Iha Golokam Itiyam. Vidanta Ste Shanta Santa Kshiti Virala Charha Katipaye. I worship Goloka Vrindavan, where goddesses are the lovers, the Supreme Lord is the beloved, the trees are wish-fulfilling trees, the land is made of wish-fulfilling gems, the water is nectar, speech is song, movement is dance, the flute is Krishna's dear friend, the light is spiritual, joyful, and thus supremely relishable. A vast ocean of milk flows from the cows, and if half a moment does not pass, the time is the eternal present. Only a few reclusive sadhus know this abode. Lakshmi Sahasrata Sata Sambrahma Sevyamanam. Radharani fulfills Krishna's desires in all respects, in thousands and thousands of forms. We see that she appeared in this world during Krishna's pastimes in Gokul. The only difference between Goloka and Gokul is that Gokul appears in this world while the Lord's eternal pastimes go on in Goloka. The same pastimes manifest in two forms. We desire to become particles of dust in that land, where the cause of all causes, who is the origin of all, but has no origin, Govinda, is accompanied by his servants and served in all 5 rasas. In Goloka, Vrindavan, the divine couple Radha and Krishna are served in all 5 rasas as their eternal pastimes unfold. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's sole worshipable deity is identified, but mention of Sri Radhika is made only in a very covered way. Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajesha Tanyas Tad Dharma Vrindavanam Ramya Kachid Upasana Raja Vadu Vargena Yakalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pranamam Amalang Prema Pramarto Mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matam Idam Tatradaraha Naha Paraha. The worshipable Supreme Lord is the son of the King of Raj, Krishna, whose abode is Vrindavan. The most pleasing worship is that performed by the wives of Raj. Srimad Bhagavatam is the flawless authority, and divine love is the ultimate goal of human life. This is the conception of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We adore it as supreme. Srimad Mahaprabhu said that Srimad Bhagavatam, the flawless Puran, is the highest authority, and Radharani is the best of the wives of Raj. Yet, Shukadeva Goswami, with great difficulty, did not mention Radharani in Srimad Bhagavatam. Why not? His character is not like that of someone who sells goods in the market. Many great sages were present in the assembly of Shukadeva Goswami and Maharaj Pariksit. Atri Vashishtascha Vyanash Sharadvan Arishtanamir Brigur Angirascha Parasharo Gadi Suto Ta Rama Dvaipayano Bhagavan Naradascha. Sages like Atri, Javan, Saradvan, Aristanemi, Brigu, Vashishta, Parashara, Vishwamitra, Angira, Parashuram, Krishna Dvaipan, and the great Narad were assembled. Shukadeva Goswami described Radharani in a hidden way in the presence of all these great sages. Yet the entire Bhagavatam is filled with glorification of Radharani. The Goswamis have stated this, and Srimad Mahaprabhu has revealed it to this world. Our Guru Maharaj wanted to condense the Bhagavatam into 300 verses. When he started this work, he began with a set of prayers. Within them is this verse. Yadamiya Mahima Shri Bhagavatya Katyam Patipadam Anubhutam Chapi Alabha Abhibedeya Tadakila Rasa Murti Shama Lila Valanambang Madhura Rasa Di Radha Padapadmanam Prapadye. I surrender to the lotus feet of the fountain of Madhurya Ras, Shri Radha. Though their name is not found within the narrative of the glorious nectarian Srimad Bhagavatam, Shri Radha's lotus feet are present within every word of it, under the basis of the pastimes of the embodiment of all ecstasies, Sham. We can find nectar, beauty and glory in every verse of the Bhagavatam, but Radharani is not mentioned, not identified within it. That is to say, she has been spoken of everywhere, but her identity has not been pulled into the forefront. In a couple of places, there is some allusion to her, but even that is done very carefully. Anyarhadito nunam bhagavan hari rishvaraha yano vihai govinda prito yam anayad raha. In this verse we find mention of Radharani after she had left the rasa dance. Out of jealous anger and went to the forest, Krishna broke away from his play with the gopis and went after her. Here Radharani's name is not stated, but from other Purans and scriptures we can understand that she is Radharani. Radharani's name is not stated in the Bhagavatam, given the circumstances in which it was spoken. Why? Even Shukadev Goswami honors Radharani's position from a distance. Our Guru Maharaj wrote a poem about Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the Bhaktivinoda Viraha Dashakam. There he described Radharani, his service and her abode. He also stated that only Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur can give us direct service to Radharani. In a short verse, Srila Guru Maharaj explained where Vrindavan, the service world, exists, who serves there, and how service goes on there. He explained everything. Sarva Chitanyame Paratpara Pure Goloka Vrindavane Chila Lila Rasa Rangini Parivrita Sauradika Shiharehe Vatsaladi Rashaischa Sevita Tano Madhurya Seva Sukam Nityam Yatra Muda Tanoti Hi Bhavan Tad Dhamma Seva Paradaha. In Golok Vrindavan, the highest plane within the completely inconceivable spiritual sky, surrounded by the Sakis, Srimati Radhika, who revels in the ecstasies of spiritual pastimes. Eternally expands the joy of loving service to Sri Krishna Chandra, who is also served in relationships of affection, friendship, servitude and adoration. You, O Bhaktivinoda Thakur, give us service in that abode. The spiritual abode of Goloka Vrindavan is above all. It is supreme. There, Chila Lila Ras Rangani Parivrita Shridadika, with her associates, the Sakis, Radharani always serves Krishna with 5 kinds of rasa, ecstasy. All of the rasas, ecstasies, are infinite, and thus in an infinite way, Radharani serves Krishna.
Where is this from, Maharaj?
This is from a talk given by Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj many years ago on Sri Radhashtami Day.
Is it on the website?
It's on the website, yeah. Radharani is the storehouse of unlimited rasa. She serves Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan in all possible ways, and amongst all of the arrangements for service she makes, her personal service to Krishna is supreme. She offers many varieties of service, but her service with her own body and associates, that is, her Madhura Rasa service, is best, and all other rasas are also included within it. When we hear of Paramore love, we can understand that it is the highest. It's very hard to understand how Paramo love is the highest. I cannot explain it in English. When all of a lover's intentions are for their lover, and they have no intentions, then the lover has real Paramo love. And when one's lover is Krishna, then there is no question of where one's love is being directed. When Krishna is one's lover, then one gives all of the wealth of love to his lotus feet. And not only to his lotus feet, one covers Krishna with all kinds of energy. That is Paramo love. When Sri Rupa Goswami corresponded with Sriman Mahaprabhu by letter, Mahaprabhu described this type of love when he wrote his reply, which is only a verse. Pare vyasanini nari vyagrapi kriya karmasu tad eva svadhyayatya antar navasanga rasayanam. A wife who has a parama is certainly dedicated to her household duties, but internally she relishes the pleasure of her paramo's association. A lover can do so many types of work, many different things, but they cannot forget their lover for a second. Excuse me. When we dedicate our love to the Supreme Lover, Krishna, with that kind of attachment and attraction, with our full energy, that it is called Paramo love. Today is Rani Radhi's birthday, and we are praying to Srila Guru Maharaj because our Gurudev's highest service form is Radharani. If we look from a high level, then we can see it. And when we go to that level, we will see, but for now, what we are seeing is sufficient for us. That is, we see Sri Gurudev in front of us, and at his guidance we must get a chance to attain that Paramo love. One day, by Gurudev's mercy, we will get that fortune. When we have this hope in our heart, we should be done and not what should be done and not done is beyond our control. We simply depend upon mercy. If we can do what is necessary to attract that mercy to us, then our birth will be successful. Today is Radharani's appearance day. Let us bow at her feet. When we receive Srila Guru Maharaj's mercy, we will be given no qualification to serve her and become completely fulfilled. There is a song Srila Guru Maharaj likes. When Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj would come here, Srila Guru Maharaj would order Babaji Maharaj to sing this song. Now I'll try to sing it. I won't sing it, but I'll just recite it. Jaya Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Shama Sundara Madhana Mohan Vrindavana Chandra Rasheshwari Vinodani Banu Kuta Chandra. Glory to Govinda, whose blackish form is beautiful, who is the enchanter of Cupid, and who is in the mood of Vrindavan. Glory to Radha, the controller of the rasa dance, delightful, personified, the moon of Maharaj Vishpanu's family. Radha Ramana Rasa Vihari Shri Kokulananda, Radha Kanta Radha Vinoda Shri Radha Govinda. Glory to Govinda, Radha's pleasure, the enjoyer of the rasa dance, the joy of Gokul, Radha's lover, Radha's inspiration. Glory to Sri Radha and Govinda. Rupa Manjari Adi Manjari Ananga Lalita Vishaki Adi Yata Saki Vrinda. Glory to Sri Rupa Manjari, Ananga Manjari, and all the other Manjaris. Glory to Lalita Vishaka and all the other Sakis. Purnamasi Kundalata Jaya Vrindavan. Jaya Veera Vrinda, Sabamili Kare Kripa Ami Atimanda, glory to Purnamasi, Kundalata, and all other ladies of Raj. May they all bless me. I am most fallen. Kripa Kari Deha Yugala Charana Vinda, Yena Kula Prane Gaite Pari Sri Radha Govinda. May they mercifully give me the lotus feet of the divine couple so that I can sing Sri Radha and Govinda's glories with an eager heart. So this was from a Bengali lecture given on Radhashtami in 1991. It's very beautiful. You can see how cautious Srila Govinda Maharaj is there speaking on her appearance day, not revealing anything about the intimate pastimes, but just speaking of her great glories. So it's always caution with this. And Srila Maharaj saying much the same in Golden Volcano. But he does explain here in some little detail, one particular pastime. In Golden Volcano, the original edition is on page 70. And if those want to read that, you can read it. It's there from the book was for general consumption, for general distribution to the devotees and those who are on the path of Krishna consciousness in some way. But I will not speak it here because it might be viewed by someone who is not even initiated or not having much conception. It'll be too intimate. It's a very sweet pastime. Those of you who can read it, it's on page 70 of the Golden Volcano. Okay. Jai Srila Bhakti Nirmala Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Srila Bhakti Sandhu Swami Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Srila Radhashtami ki Jai. Gaur Pamandi, Hari Bol. Jai Srila Bhakti Nirmala Maharaj ki Jai, Jai devotees ki Jai. Jai. So we've finished with Riya Raya Nama Krishna now. Okay? Riya Raya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama. Riya Raya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama. Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan. Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan. Giridhari Gopinath